Hello, my beautiful spiritual beings. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the 11 benefits of semen retention. Now, what is semen retention, right? Semen retention is when you do not watch porn and you do not masturbate to porn, right? Or masturbate at all. That is what semen retention is. It is basically when you're holding in your sperm, right? Okay, and another thing I wanted to talk about too is I'm sorry that some of my videos got deleted off my YouTube channel on accident. So in advance, I'm going to be trying to give you guys daily uploads. Now, let's talk about number one, right? Now, how does this affect you mentally, right? We have 4 different ways that this affects you mentally. Number one is confidence and self-control. The reason you develop confidence when you go on NoFap is because you need to understand when you are constantly watching porn and you are constantly masturbating to porn, you begin to develop this fake illusion in your head. Why you think guys who watch porn so much can't go talk to girls? That's the reason why you can't go talk to girls, because you have this fake illusion in your head of women, right? Once you put this out of your head and once you begin to develop a real sense of what women are like and actually get around women and talk to them, you begin to develop more confidence too. But when you go on semen retention, this helps because now you're not watching porn. Now you're taking yourself away from this and you begin to develop confidence and self-control. The reason you begin to develop self-control is because now, like I said, you're taking yourself away from this. So now you're controlling something that you had before. So now you're like, I'm going to put myself over here and I'm going to teach myself self-control. I'm not going to do this no more, right? So that's how you get self-control, right? Number 2 is less anxiety and depression. You need to understand that when you watch porn, your dopamine receptors are overstimulated because you're already masturbating on top of watching porn, right? Now, the reason you have anxiety, right, is because them dopamine receptors are constantly getting hit, right? And now you are constantly hitting your dopamine receptors, right? Now you have anxiety when you're not doing it, or you have depression when you're not doing it, right? So now that you're stopping it, your brain begins to rewire itself, and you begin to lose your anxiety, and you begin to lose your depression, you begin to become back normal like you're supposed to be in the first place. And number 3, you begin to get increased motivation. The reason you begin to get increased motivation is because you are high on testosterone. Your testosterone begins to build, right? When your testosterone begins to build, right, that's the source of our willpower as males, right? So when your testosterone builds, right, that increases your willpower and your motivation. Number 4 is better memory and better cognitive function, right? The reason your memory begins to become better and the reason your cognitive function begins to come better is because now you're off of that dopamine, so your brain gets a chance to rewire, your brain gets a chance to go back to how it was normally, right? Now, those are the 4 mental benefits of semen retention. Now, physical, right? You have greater fertility, right? I got my notes over here. Greater fertility. Now, the reason you have greater fertility is because when you are holding in your sperm begins to build up, so it begins to become stronger. So now you have greater fertility. Increased muscle growth. Like I said before, the reason you have increased muscle growth is because the high testosterone, right? You know, testosterone is what helps males build muscle, right? Now, thicker hair and deeper voice. And another one I wanted to include in here was also better skin. You begin to get better skin. The reason you begin to get better skin is because you're holding in your life force. So your hormones get a chance to balance themselves back out, right? Improved sperm quality, much like the first one. Yeah, it just improves your sperm quality because you're holding it in. So that one doesn't really need to be all the way dug into. Now, spiritual. It helps you develop deeper relationships, right? Number 1 for spiritual. It helps you develop deeper relationships. Now that you're not watching this, and now that you've lost your anxiety, and now that you lost your depression, it gives you a chance to have a clear mind. It gives you a chance to develop deeper relationships with people and also yourself, right? Because you need to understand now that all of this is out the way, yourself is the main source of your love. That's who you love, right? Stronger life force. When you're holding in your life force, right, you begin to connect with yourself on a deeper level. So that's why you're holding in your life force, right? And overall happiness. You begin to get overall happiness because now your brain is normal. After a certain period of time, your brain begins to go back to normal. So you begin to be happy again. If this video was helpful to any of you guys out there, if this video was of information, or you feel like you've benefited from this video, or you feel like you've gained anything from this video, please like and subscribe. It's Spiritual Joel, and I'm signing out.